There comes a moment in life when the noise fades, the crowd disappears, and even the people who once promised forever vanish. You don't lose them. You are separated from them. And most people misunderstand this moment. They call it abandonment. They call it punishment. They call it bad luck. But Machiavelli would tell you something different. And God is even more ruthless. Loneliness is not weakness. Loneliness is strategy. When God makes you lonely, He is not hurting you. He is preparing you. Look closely at history. Every powerful ruler, every feared strategist, every person who changed the world was isolated before they were elevated. Moses was alone in the desert. Jesus was alone for 40 days. David was ignored in the fields. Napoleon studied alone while others laughed. Power is never born in crowds. Power is born in silence. Machiavelli warned us, he who depends on others for strength will never rule himself. God removes people from your life because their presence keeps you weak. Friends distract. Comfort delays growth. Validation poisons ambition. Loneliness forces you to face the one enemy you've been avoiding your entire life, yourself. When everyone leaves, you are finally exposed. No applause, no reassurance, no one to blame, only truth. And truth is dangerous, but necessary. This is why loneliness hurts, because illusions die there. God does not prepare kings in comfort. He prepares them in isolation. When you are alone, you stop performing. You stop pretending. You stop explaining. And slowly, you start observing. Machiavelli believed observation was the greatest weapon. While others speak, the lonely one watches. While others chase pleasure, the lonely one sharpens vision. While others seek approval, the lonely one learns power. Have you noticed something? When you became lonely, you became aware. You started noticing patterns, people's true intentions, hidden disrespect, silent manipulation. Loneliness removes emotional blindness. God removes the crowd so you can finally see. Most people fear loneliness because it removes their masks, but the chosen survive it. And survival changes you. You stop begging. You stop chasing. You stop explaining yourself to people who were never meant to understand you. This is where Machiavelli smiles, because dependence dies here. Loneliness teaches you one brutal lesson. No one is coming to save you. And that realization is freedom. You stop waiting. You start building. Not for approval, but for dominance over your own life. God isolates you because He is about to give you something that fragile people cannot handle. Responsibility, influence, power. And power requires emotional discipline. You cannot rule your life if your happiness depends on people who can leave. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be alone than surrounded by unreliable allies." God agrees. That's why He removes fake supporters first. The weak complain when people leave. The strong ask, "What am I being prepared for?" Loneliness hardens you. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop trusting words. You trust patterns. You become calm. Dangerously calm. And calm people scare the world. This is why, after loneliness, you are never the same. You speak less. You tolerate less. You observe more. You no longer chase relationships. You select them. You no longer fear rejection. You respect distance. Because distance taught you strength. God does not isolate you forever. He isolates you until you stop needing people to feel whole. Only then are you ready to lead. Machiavelli warned rulers about one fatal mistake: letting emotions control decisions. Loneliness trains you to think clearly. even when your heart aches. That skill alone puts you ahead of 90% of people. One day, people will return. They always do. When they see confidence, when they sense authority, when your silence becomes intimidating. But by then, you won't need them. And that is the real preparation. So if today you feel lonely, misunderstood, ignored, do not panic. God is not destroying you. He is refining you. And Machiavelli would say, those who survive isolation are no longer controlled by fear. Stay silent, stay disciplined, stay dangerous. Because when God makes you lonely, He is not pushing you away from the world. He is preparing the world to face you.